Earth is a living cell, okay? A prison with no walls, haha. So you have a vast ocean, a water world, an abyss, ironically, haha, the abyss, hello? They're telling you something. Okay, Earth is the carrier of X, okay? It's like a tadpole, okay? A tadpole doesn't need to mate and have the female carry it and then birth it or even lay the eggs. It uses the Earth itself as the carrier, okay? And the seed does come from the Earth, all right? So whales are born in I call it proto-amphibians, but they're proto-amphibian. And this will end up being the Leviathan, all right? But I'm getting ahead of myself, all right? Aquatic desert of Behemoth and Leviathan, all right? Nuclear core and sun create mutations in DNA. DNA is formed through a unified field on Earth. Basically, the Higgs field in space creates a singularity, which births living life, okay? Because the singularity is nuclear and electric energy, all right? And it's a giant cell. The elements birth ribonucleotides as the Higgs fields birth a singularity. So Earth itself creates a unified field with bionuclear energy, all right? It's not in energy form anymore, it's a bionuclear form, but it creates a unified field of its own. And boom, that's when ribonucleotides are formed, which is going to evolve in life, all right? So the three amphibians that exist, hold on, don't get ahead of myself, all right? Thermodynamics create life, all right? Ribonucleotides birth giant bilateran beings, amphibious style. Specific animals die, but their ancestor root always lives. This means extinctions never really kill anything, okay? All right, Leviathans, behemoths. Water evolved, first bilateran beings on Earth, proto-amphibian giants, okay? This is why the large snake or serpent, Akna, serpent, or goddess of birth, ironically, okay? So Job, Isaiah, and Judaism all talk about these things, but we've taken it to a regime of ignorance instead of seeing how it actually makes sense on an evolutionary ladder, all right? So the Earth itself is going to birth these giant amphibians. It does it amphibious style. You see what I'm saying? Earth is a cell. I already said that. All right. So these are the three amphibians that's going to birth. There's going to be a limbless, like a caecilian. There's going to be a whale, which is like a fish with a tail, it's mammal and fish. And there's going to be the tetrapods, which is going to be a version of this. All right. First, God created the male and female leviathans, then killed the female, used as food. Ironically, whales eat plankton, just like tadpoles do. All right. Which is weird, because they're so big, but they eat the smallest things. Well, if the female was killed and fed to it as food, then that means that what it's eating is also its mother. Meaning, again, that Earth carried it, like an amphibian. You see what I'm saying? So there's like subtle clues, but we're just not looking at it properly. Alright? So now you have the alpha, beta, omega. Alpha means father. Beta is the decay of the alpha, and omega is growth. Atom, multi-nucleon nucleus. All right. A cenocyte, a single cell, multiple nuclear divisions. Okay. This is when the singularity starts inflating, and it's producing, instead of daughter cells, it's producing a form of beta decay, and it's creating protons. Okay. And electrons. Singularity goes through beta decay, inflation. So as this neutron, it first starts to form a neutron, that's what it's doing. And it's going to decay, and it's creating nucleons. Okay? So it's inflating. Embryology. Then it forms 2, then it forms 4, then 16, then 18. I mean, and it's just a long effect. Eventually it grows into a living universe, and this will grow into a living being. A supreme being, supreme existence, living being, living existence, human being, human existence. We are human beings. The supreme being is the universe, or the macroverse, however you want to look at it. Anyway, our father is the atom. Adam, Adama. Okay? If you look at it properly. Now, read about Adama, and it'll put some of this into perspective. Okay? So you literally have the Earth itself. This is a tadpole. Okay, this is how tadpole comes, or a frog, an amphibian. Okay, has 10 phases basically. This is the significance of the 10. Okay, because I keep coming up with 10 a lot, and 8. 3, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. 18 and 22. They should come up a lot. I'm just throwing it out there. This is the significance of the 10. So there's only 3 amphibians on Earth. There's the worm, which is the caecilians, the salamander, which is a quadruped, and then the frog, which is semi-bilateran and quadruped. All right? So imagine you have the Earth seeding a giant form of one of these, which are the Leviathan, which is going to be, one of them is going to be a whale, the form of a whale. Now, I'm just throwing this out there. Old Testament, not the New Testament, the Old Testament. The Torah is where most of the truth's at. And then before it got ravaged more, because it's just handed down over time. It's been diluted so much, but I'm just going to throw this out here. And God created great whales, and every living creature that moveth, which the waters brought forth abundantly after their kind. Eukaryotes, which are the great whales, and every winged fowl after his kind, which is prokaryotic. It began with prokaryotes. That cell in the middle, that proto, that nuclear. And that of his kind, like I was saying in 111, or on one of these videos, it's the seed of his kind. That's the alpha. That's the nuclear. That's the nucleus. Okay? Alpha. Because alpha means father. Just throwing it out there. I mean, you don't have to listen or believe it. I'm just saying it explains where a lot of these religions get their ideas from. I'm just throwing it out there. You can hate religions all you want, okay? I'm not like that. I'm not a biased person that wants to close my mind to anything that can give me answers. And you can believe that religion has no answers. I'm not cold-blooded. I'm just throwing it out there. I mean, I actually evolved a warm-blooded being. And that's what I'm talking about here. The evolution of life and how we've taken it to regimes of ignorance. And I'm talking about religions too, yes. Have taken it to regimes of ignorance, believers and non-believers. And I'm trying to help us understand something that we're missing. It's right in our faces.